What's up, friends? This is Lance, Brooke, and London. This is the Business in Real Life podcast. Today we're going to talk about how Instagram is dead. And we have the great London Laz here. He literally has been posting for years and years and years on Instagram with no success. And then switched to TikTok and is freaking slaying at 3.1 million followers. Like, what? Are you at 3.2 yet?
No.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
I think I hit 3.1 yesterday.
Oh, sick.
Give me some time.
Dude,
Give me some time.
It's pretty unbelievable. This is mostly going to be just talking about his story and his frustrations of like Instagram in general, but then how great TikTok has been. And yeah, let's get into it, dude. How's life?
Good, man. Good. And I have found a little shred of hope on Instagram.
Well,
I mean,
because of TikTok.
Because of TikTok, and we'll get into that. But yeah, Instagram. I love this topic that Instagram is dead because it's so seemingly alive and well because it runs the world. But if you are a creator, it is in fact dead. It is in fact dead. And the funny thing is, and maybe I'm jumping the gun, but social media in general is how well can you create an illusion. It's literally how well you can create an illusion. There is nothing else to it. The better and bigger illusion you can create, the more followers you can gain.
Interesting.
And I'll get into that a little bit
I'm
later, but I'm
excited to
just
hear about
saying that Instagram just created another illusion to try to draw some more attention to them by launching Reels.
Huh?
Reels is not for the creator. Reels is for the consumer to get people to leave TikTok and stay on the Instagram app. So again, they're saying, hey, we have this new app that will help you go viral, and like I did go viral on it once. And I think I gained like 30K followers from it.
Wow.
But then it just completely turned off, and now I lose about 1,000 followers a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Rough.
What?
Yeah. So it's like, okay, what's the play? What's the play here, Instagram? It's like, it's anyway. So it's how well can they create an illusion and so on and so forth. So,
Dude,
yeah.
So let's start like 5 years ago. Who was London 5 years ago?
Yeah. Oh man. 5 years ago, I was really big into Devin Supertramp.
Sick.
YouTubers.
Right.
I think a lot of content creators come from like, I like to use an analogy that he's like the first YouTube religion, and everything that came from YouTube is like a sect
Yep.
of Devin Supertramp.
It's a pyramid scheme. Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme of YouTube.
You get three people, they get three people, they get three people.
And it all stems from King Supertramp, dude.
It all stems from, he was the prophet.
Top of the pyramid.
I mean, he really influenced a lot of kids, me included. And so I started just doing a lot of travel videos, like longboarding, just nothing too crazy.
And that was more than 5 years ago, right? Because Devin was
That was
like
2015, yeah.
Devin blew up in like 2008, 2010.
He was like 12 to 15.
12 to 15
Was
a little
like his
after.
run.
Because that literally is right when I was like, oh yeah, dude. Like YouTube's the sickest. I started.
Yeah.
If you really search the internet, you can find some gems of me like
Oh
10 years
my
ago,
gosh.
and my wife like won't show them to anyone because they're that embarrassing.
Oh,
so.
Wait, are
man.
they listed still?
Yeah, they're still up. If you
Be right
if you
back.
do,
You have to keep them up. You
Yeah.
don't take down your old
yeah,
stuff.
if you really, dude, I was in that same boat. Devin, it was like I
Yeah.
met him once, dude. I had a meeting with him, and I was like, this is what I want to do with my life.
Right. No, and that was the same way. I was like, you can make money making cool videos. And then I think it was 2016. I was like, maybe I should be a comedian. Or that term is so vague.
Like people keep laughing at me.
Yeah, people
Maybe I should do it on purpose.
Yeah, maybe I should do it on purpose. And I was at a film festival, not a film festival, a music festival, and I was literally like dancing to the DJ, whoever was playing, and I'm like, I had this idea of the bubblegum video, which was me chewing bubblegum in front of the camera for like 5 minutes straight and never blowing the bubble,
which was so good.
and then titling it "World's Biggest
Dang.
Bubble," and that was stolen by every meme page imaginable. Fuck Jerry, sorry.
Dude,
Fat
what did
Jewish.
Jerry do to you, dude?
Crazy.
The Fat Jewish, yeah. It went everywhere, but I didn't get any credit because I think meme culture was still the Wild West
Right.
Totally.
back then.
Yeah, because all those guys got, canceled to some extent for not
Because of
tagging
the Fire
people, like,
Festival,
a couple
too,
years after
yeah.
that.
Fire
Yeah.
Festival was when I was like, oh, yeah, they never give credit to people. That sucks.
Right. So
Yeah.
that unfortunately was like my first like high, like my first experience that like since it was my first comedy, it's like my first try at being funny on the internet, and it just went so extremely
It
viral.
literally was your very first video.
It was my very first video
That's crazy,
That's
actually. I didn't
so
know that.
cool.
trying to be funny. And the fun,
Succeeding.
yeah,
That's
Meme
true.
pages thought you were funny.
the meme page
That's
just thought,
true.
well, I mean, everybody hated me.
I'm going to listen to this real quick just to double check.
Let's double check.
But we can continue going. I'll just throw these on real quick. Because that would suck if we got all the way through this and the audio sucked.
It's like, I was on Instagram.
So that was in
that
20
audio clip will suck.
That was 2016.
That was 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the height of YouTube. I don't know when the height was.
Did you see that video, Brooke?
Yes, I'm
You did?
like, oh, yeah, I know exactly who you are.
That's
yeah, people have seen that video. It just circulated like crazy. But yeah, so that was like my first time like on this like viral high. Like, holy crap! Like my first video, I could probably do this, and then nothing for 5 years. Like absolutely
Wow.
nothing. Not even a glimmer of
Oh,
hope.
which is the
not even like.
Oh, man.
I got like in-person compliments like, dude, your content's funny. Your content's funny. Like that was it.
Did you ever dabble with Vine or anything after that?
I was gone for. I
Okay.
missed Vine completely.
Yeah, what years were Vine? Because
Rip
I
Vine.
never
I
did
think that was
much
like
with Vine.
I think that was like 12 to 15.
Okay, so
because
like,
that's where a lot of YouTubers that are popular now, they started
Started.
on Vine.
which
Yeah.
is crazy.
And they tried to translate it to TikTok, and it's not really working because Vine is so different from TikTok. But those Vine stars tried to.
Yeah. Well, and they're
Do it
just old
again.
now.
Yeah.
We're all like
Yeah,
I'm old.
same,
I'm almost
same.
30. I'm 27. Like we're all getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of started my mentality like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to and it always went in waves, like waves of going really really hard and then just completely giving up. And so I hit a wave when I'm like, I need 10,000 followers on Instagram. If I can get to 10,000 followers on Instagram, I'll be good. I'll be done. Check it off my mark, go on my way, get a 9-to-5 job. And so I'm like, I guarantee you, if I do 100 comedies in a row on Instagram, like I was telling family this, I was telling like all my buddies this, like give me 100 videos, I'll hit 10K. And I did 100.
well, when was this?
This was 2018.
Okay, so just a couple years ago.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I did 100 comedies in a row in 100 days,
Wow.
every day,
Wow.
and gained 800 followers.
Oh my gosh.
Sucks so bad.
That's so sad.
And it's so sad to like, because I had, I would say probably 15 out of the 100 videos were gold, and then the rest was just
You're
probably
creating to
mostly
create.
creating to just hit my goal. Even with that said, like 800 followers,
And I mean,
so sad.
so say 100 videos.
Yeah.
You how many hours per video did you usually spend?
Oh man, I mean, I would get off my job. I would get home from my job at 5
Which and this is during a 9-to-5.
during a 9-to-5 as an executive at an ad agency. So it's not like my
Oh
work
my
just
gosh.
stopped at 5.
Totally.
Yeah.
So I'd get home at 5, and while there's still light, I'd film 1 to 2 comedies, trying to make them really short, and then I would just edit and work until 9 or 10 every day for 100 days. And I'm like, I know the Instagram gods are just going to bless me just for the grind. The content is going to be shitty, but they're going to bless me
Mark.
for the grind.
Mark, the
Respect.
creator.
I'm like,
dude.
Mark is going to, he's going to be like, wow, the algorithm's pointing over there. Anyway, no, nothing happened. Completely gave up. And I didn't film another video for like 8 months. Didn't touch a camera.
You were just over it.
I was literally over it because I'm like, okay, should I do that again? Another 100 video? Okay, let's say I gained even 1,600, if I doubled my following in 100 days, like, is that really worth it? And I was just like, there's just, it was so unforgiving. I imagine doing that in like 2015. It's very different.
Yeah, you would have got some
Totally.
traction.
I would have got some traction just based off the sheer volume of content I was putting out.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then what? TikTok opened up mid 2019. I had a buddy who was on there. He told me just throw some posts up. I didn't take it serious. I thought TikTok was still cringe.
Totally.
I mean, it's sort of phasing out of the cringe.
The Musically, I was like, nah,
Yeah.
not my thing. And then it turned into TikTok, and then quarantine happened, and then I downloaded it. 'Cause
Right.
I was like, 2 weeks, just be on TikTok for 2 weeks, and now I have to have screen time, on my iPhone to tell me not to be on TikTok anymore.
No, you're out
I
of
can
screen
stop
time.
anytime I want, though.
Yeah,
I can't,
totally.
yeah.
It's not an addiction.
It's not an
yeah.
addiction.
When you say that, you know it's
Right.
yeah.
So
you
you
know
joined
it's healthy.
like 2019.
Well, so I started my TikTok just because
Right.
somebody else told me to, and I was still cringe. I didn't know how it worked. I was
The
posting.
cringe started going. That was a good time
Yeah.
for content. The cringe was
Yeah.
going down. It was a lot of teenagers at first. I'm like, I can't be on this app. Like,
Well, that's how people still feel, though.
Yeah.
Literally,
A lot of
like,
adults, yeah.
Almost every day, I'm talking to someone. I'm like, dude, your content would slay on TikTok.
Yeah.
And they're like, TikTok's, it's gross. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, no, you don't understand. You think TikTok is still what it was in
Right.
2019. It's
Right.
like,
the algorithm's awesome.
Yeah,
I only
it's great.
get business, some travel, some beauty.
Totally.
And it's great. I never see 16-year-olds anymore.
well, it's a bummer
It's
because I'm
great.
trying to learn the dances and I don't get them fed to me anymore. So, like, I'm not dancing
Bummer.
at all. I'm gaining weight. It's like, it sucks.
You need to get on workout TikTok.
Yeah, serious though. I got to get some of those coming. So
Yeah.
you just posted a couple. How long? And then you just let it sit for a while.
I just let it sit, and then 2020 hit, and more and more people started getting on. Right.
Yep.
February 2020, I had like 500 followers on TikTok. I didn't even know that either. I got on one day,
Right.
and I was like, well, "How do I have 500 followers?" And one of my videos had like 4,000 views. I had no idea, and I think I had like 2,000 likes or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm at 1,800 followers on Instagram that I just put 4 years into.
Oh my
And I'm at
gosh.
500 on TikTok. I was like, maybe there's something here. And this was the same time that like people were branding TikTok around like Charlie D'Amelio and like the Hype House. So I was like, okay, there's like a core group of people who are clearly thriving on the app. And that to me was just a sign of like, this app is going to work out. Just the fact that these kids were working with big brands, like Dunkin' Donuts was getting involved. And so, because since I'm like a business guy first, like once I see that and like I see these big paychecks from brands going into an app, I'm like, okay, well, all that's going to do is create an illusion that other people can do that same thing. So I'm like, I got to do this. So in March, like right before the shutdown for COVID happened, I decided to do 3 TikToks a day for 100 days. And TikToks are very different, like in terms of quality. Like they're all filmed on my phone. They're all a lot shorter. They're just really bite size.
So you weren't doing an SLR and like, because you are now, right? Like you film mostly with an.
Sometimes.
So still most of the time you're filming
Most
with
of the
an
time
iPhone.
on my iPhone.
Huh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. So it took me, I think on my 30th video, I went viral and I hit like 1.3 million views on this video, 5 things that I hate about my Tesla.
So that was 10 days in.
Yeah, 10 days in. 10 days in, I go viral, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Dude, I love Tesla TikTok. I don't have a Tesla, but I'm on Tesla TikTok.
You want to
We're
go
gonna
for
go
a
on a
ride?
ride.
He told me I can drive his
Absolutely.
Tesla after.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
let's
drive
do
the cut to the video of what? That was just 0 to like 80.
That's
Don't tell anyone. We're on the freeway though.
We're on the freeway.
Yeah, so I went viral, and then after day 30, I had 100,000 followers. And I
What
was
were the
like,
comments like? Were they positive? How do you deal with that?
oh, I don't care.
Good.
I
I care. I'm like, oh, I don't want to say
Well, I'm a
anything.
troll. Like a lot of my content you'll see.
Right.
It's just literally me
Right.
trolling. Like I've been doing this workout challenge, and so I post every day on my story, and I did this video where I made it look like it's all CGI. And I mean, those comments are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because they believe me and they're like sticking up for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a troll. I'm a troll. So nobody really trolls me, and I think that's where
fun.
people get caught up with the hate is they take themselves way too serious.
Right.
They're trying way too hard, and it's like I've set myself up in this nice little bubble where it's like if anybody wants to troll me, I troll them back, and my super fans also troll them
That's
because
That's
so
sick.
funny.
they kind of know like my style.
Yeah.
Like whenever I do like a Macaulay Culkin parody, people will say this isn't him. This isn't the real guy. This isn't him. This isn't him, blah, blah, blah. And then I will literally have like 45 of my fans
Oh my
go underneath
gosh.
and tag. There's this really funny TikTok called, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit Steve or something.
Yeah.
And you basically, whenever somebody says something obvious, you tag this person.
Right.
And they'll literally just roast. They will roast anybody who's trying to roast me.
amazing.
So good.
Guys, it's not really Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, that's the point, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like,
Hey friends, I just wanted to take a second and ask if you would please subscribe. We put a crazy amount of time and effort into these videos just in the hopes that you click that little subscribe button. It helps our channel out a ton. It's free for you. It's a win-win-win, and it allows us to keep making this content for you guys. So if you take a second to do that, it'd be really awesome. Obviously, you don't have to. It's not that big of a deal, but I would really love you if you did. So anyway, back to the content. Alrighty, welcome back after that quick intermission. We're still here with London Laz, who is the freaking TikTok master. So far we've mostly been talking about your story, but I want to kind of dive deeper into. Well, it's been freaking
boring.
sick.
I'm
It's
on
been
the edge of
so
my
great,
seat. Yeah, I'm literally, this chair's broken on the edge of it.
dude. That part with like the bubble, you were like, and it was like, whoa, you know,
Oh,
so
yeah.
sick. That was sick. That was sick.
I almost fell out of my chair.
Yeah, so good. So if you were starting from scratch right now, what would be your game plan? Would you even focus on Instagram at all? Would you focus on YouTube at all? Would you what exactly would you do if you're starting from zero right now?
What's my goal?
Your goal
Following?
Your goal is to just make a career making content.
Okay.
So that doesn't matter if you're a business or
Yeah.
whatever. You're
Yeah,
a following that you can get money from.
That you can monetize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monetize. That's the word. Thanks, dude. That's a good word. That was like the perfect word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just come up with that?
I did.
That's
I
amazing.
did. Yeah. I know.
So-
I know Latin.
Dude, incredible.
Okay, so if I'm looking to start, gaining a following, start some businesses, become a personality, whatever it is. One, I think your goal should be to get a following first. Even if I'm going to build a brand, I wouldn't even build a brand until I have a following in today's world. It'll just be so much easier if you have a following, somebody that you can immediately market to. But if I'm going to attack it, I honestly think the thing that set me apart from a lot of people that were hitting TikTok hard was just the amount of content I was putting out. And it just you never know what's going to catch fire. You can guess. You can try. How many of your videos that you put all your heart into flop?
All of them.
Right? Same. Like, actually, my favorite video of all time was the interrogation video I just shot.
Huh.
That is by far my favorite video I've ever made.
Which it's rad. I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
But it's not going anywhere?
No. Did nothing. But I don't care because I love the video so much, right? So what I mean is if you're going to really try to leverage a following and gain a following, you have to go for quantity over quality first. And here's why. If you go for quality over quantity, it's going to take you so long to figure out what's going to work for you. And I like to use this analogy. Let's say the TikTok algorithm, since we're talking about TikTok, says, all right, this account on their 50th video, they're going to go viral. We'll give them a bone, right? And if you're like, okay, I'm going to start posting once a day. And 50 days later, or what if it's once a week? What if you do one amazing video a week and all the algorithm is saying is that on your 50th video, no matter what it is, we'll push it, right? That's not true, but I'm just trying to explain that it is quantity. You need to get to your first viral video. So yeah, if you do one good video a week, 50 weeks, that's just right under a year. That's a long time. That's a lot of heartache. So for me, it was how much content can I get out as fast as possible? Because here's what happens at the end of it. So in 2020, I posted 3 videos a day for the whole entire year. I think I missed like 5 days total. And what I found were my buckets of content that consistently go viral and I gain followers from. So I have my Tesla videos where I throw spaghetti or I make fun of Tesla or I show off a Tesla feature. I have my Macaulay Culkin parodies where I pretend to I play a scene as Macaulay or as Kevin McAllister, and I think that's the difference. I always need to explain. I'm not trying to be Macaulay Culkin. I'm trying to be Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, right.
Prove it. Right. Prove it. Because I'm a slightly sexier version of
Nowadays, dude, you're getting super buff.
just getting buff. Anyway,
Super sexy.
so and then it was just like comedies, just like random comedies, which is what I like the most. So what I have now are like 3 just weapons where I can just, if needed, I can be like, all right, I'll just do the Home Alone face. 1 million views in a day.
Wow.
So consistently. But had I taken a year posting 1 good video a week, I wouldn't be sitting here explaining this, and I would still be trying to figure out what works for me. So for me, it's like just click the post button 3 times a day for a year. And if you complain once, don't talk to me. Literally don't talk to me until you have 500 videos. And I'm not kidding. I went on a rampage on my story the other day about this because I had some people in the DMs that are like, I've been posting. How many times have you been posting?
Prove it.
Prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how many times have you posted?
Right.
60. You're telling me that you've posted 60 videos. Do you know how many videos go on the internet every day? Hundreds of millions, and you are complaining after 60 videos? First of all, your videos are trash.
Right.
That's not the point. That is not the
Because
point.
lots of trash goes viral.
Lots
Yeah,
of trash goes
yeah.
viral. The point is you've posted 60 videos.
Right.
Totally.
You need 600.
Right.
You need 600 just to figure out what, 1, you really like doing, and 2, what people like watching about
Yeah.
you. And so to me right now, it is literally quantity. Like if I'm a brand, I mean, okay, this is a perfect example. Bang Energy,
Yeah.
worst brand on the face of planet Earth.
Worst.
Worst brand.
Yeah.
The worst brand. Let's talk about quantity though.
Yeah.
So has Bang Energy ever reached out to you for any reason?
No.
So they've reached out to me. They pay $50 a post, but you can post as much as you want. So it's like, okay.
Interesting.
And you don't even have to tag them. You just have to have the drink in your video.
In the shot.
And I'm just not going to do that.
Right.
Because I don't like really what they stand for.
We should have included it right here.
Yeah, could have made $50.
Right
We
here,
just
sitting next
secretly
to
have
me.
a bank. No, we've never heard from them. With bang, what's that?
Kudos to the
Right.
CEO. That's just
Yeah,
like,
that's freaking rad.
let's just go for quantity. Nobody signs off on your content. You literally sign a contract just that literally sets up your direct deposit. And every time you post, you just ping them. All right, here's $50.
But that
Doesn't matter.
shows. Like
Yeah.
I've seen that. Now that you say that, I've seen it, and I'm like, what does this have to do with
Bang.
Bang? And I like my energy drinks. It's not that, but like I saw it on a random creator. It made no
like they take
sense.
one sip at the beginning and then they go
Yes.
about their video.
And then I'm like, oh, nice label
They just
placement.
make 50
Yeah.
bucks.
And they just made $50.
That makes sense.
That's pretty sweet.
But like you want people to remember,
It's just
oh,
quantity.
the Red Bull one, that was cool. But like, yeah, I know who did it, but I'm just like, that has nothing to do with your content. And it feels really not icky, but I don't know. I'm just like, okay, cool. You get paid however you want to
See,
get
right.
paid.
It's funny
You do
because
it.
cringe doesn't affect me anymore. When I see that, my brain says, he just made money.
just made money.
Or she just made money.
Right.
And I'm pumped for them.
I'm the same way.
Which I think that's just because we've been around.
But
Dude,
it's just the level of quantity. Like
Right.
if every 10 swipes on TikTok has a Bang Energy in it, like
totally.
Eventually, you'll go to the
Eventually you're
store
gonna
and
be
be
like,
like,
I saw
oh,
that. Yeah.
bang. The pink and purple one.
Yeah.
I saw
don't-
that in a video.
flavor toxic masculinity. Tastes good.
It's true.
It's like
Gotta love
anyway,
it.
so I think they did it right. Obviously,
Right.
they took over TikTok in its early stages. And like the sad thing is like if you listen to this in a month, like you're already too late. TikTok is just
Right.
completely blowing up, and people are getting way better at making content and way quicker. Like I think last year, I think Lance got in at the right time as well. It's like, and you probably notice it's slowing down now.
Well, I honestly think I got in like 6 months too late.
6 months too
I
late.
think like spring of last year. I didn't get in until end of October. Almost like
Really?
October 30th or something.
Okay.
And it's like my biggest regret of my life because
Wow. Of
I'm
his
like
life.
I'm like right
I wanna
at
be a TikToker.
I'm about to hit 300 videos that I've made, like 300
Oh,
original
wow.
videos. And so when you said
Don't
that
complain.
600
Don't
mark, I'm
complain.
like,
Yeah, are you
well,
complaining right now?
that's what I'm saying is it's like
hard.
I'm about that resonated a lot with me
Yeah.
because I'm like, yeah, I've freaking put a stupid amount of
Yeah.
time in for like I've made $46 on the TikTok creator content or
But
whatever.
you
My
just-
biggest video has like 250,000 views or something,
Right.
which is the Instagram is dead video.
That's surprising.
And that's freak. I haven't looked at it lately. Maybe it's more than that,
But
but
then you got pumped because you just hit a milestone.
totally. So I just hit
So-
50,000. So it's
That's
still
big.
incredible.
That's
It's still
big.
awesome. But it's like
For very
okay,
niche content too.
Totally.
You're very niche.
totally.
Which
So it's
is
like
great.
I don't know. It just resonated with
Yeah.
me because it's like, oh, cool. I'm halfway there right now. I have
You're halfway there.
300 more, and hopefully one of those will go more viral,
Right.
hit that million mark. Because the thing is, my like to follow ratio is really high. I think I have like
I was gonna say, and
170,000
you're-
likes. So
Yeah.
I'm like just under a third, which is like way better than most people. Maybe.
Niche. Yeah, I'll tell you right now that your channel has the potential of being far more valuable than mine ever does, because mine is just comedies. It's sporadic. It's random. With yours, people turn it on to immediately gain value from. Mine's a little bit mindless.
Hey, laughter's value.
It is.
There is value
I'm
there.
not discrediting myself,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, like, if in your next 300, like, you have a big pop, it's going to pay off.
Totally.
100%. And you might be at 75,000 followers or 200,000 followers, but it's like, how many subscriptions
Totally.
do you have? Because people are like, this is valuable. And I think
Right.
that's what you got to look at it as. Less of like, I need 3 million followers, and more of like, I need 1,000 people to buy anything that I post.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's what that's like what I'm struggling with right now, is like those super fans, because really, I mean, I think there's textbooks about this law that you really only need 1,000 fans. It takes a lot to get 1,000 true fans. I don't have 1,000 true fans. Like, for example, I just sold a shirt and I didn't sell 1,000 shirts. So that to me is like, okay, I need to, I sold 100. So now I need 30 million followers have a
Yeah, by the math.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like if you have 100 right now, and so if I'm at 3 million and I have 100 true fans who will just buy anything that I post, but you're at 50,000, you have 100 true fans. You see,
Totally.
that's where it really kicks in. And I mean, people can say what they want, but gaining a following is all about making money from it.
Totally. It's about
And,
making a living. For
Yeah,
sure.
it's about making a living so that you can keep doing it.
Totally.
It's an ecosystem too,
Yeah.
because like this is a job, and then people get value from it and they learn from it. In our case, it's education. In your case, laughter is like has a value,
Right.
but it's not gross or anything. We all know why everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
And hey, it brings me joy, so I'm all for it.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I never in a million years thought I would ever have a following. Like, when I hit 100K, I was like, it cannot go up from this. It just can't.
And
There's no
didn't you
way.
hit that pretty quick though?
In 30 days. In
That's
30 days.
wild.
And you were just so pumped.
I was so pumped.
Well, you spent years, I guess. You know?
I stayed up all night with my niece and nephew were over, and we stayed up. I thought I was going to hit it at like midnight, so we put on Pitch Perfect.
Fun.
And then
good
midnight
time.
came, and I still had 100 followers to go. And then 2 a.m. came, and I had 20 followers to go. And then we watched all 3 Pitch Perfect. Is what happened.
Oh
And then I
my
finally hit it at
gosh.
like 4 a.m. and we celebrated. But yeah, it to me, and
It's perfect
at least-
marathon.
At least you have a few fans there,
Random,
dude, that you
yeah.
stayed up all night with you.
random.
That's fun. That's awesome.
Random. I kind of want to go back to this illusion thing though, because this has been
yeah.
really sitting just. Yeah, this is like what kind of racks my head day in and day out. Is like, you always hear people like, go on social media, oh, Instagram is only what people show you. And this is another reason why Instagram is dead to me, is because of just how curated it is. I think when Instagram started, people craved the curation. They craved seeing these exotic trips, these exotic, homes, these exotic looking models and all this stuff. And I think that really took a toll on mental health just in general, because you get kids who don't like, I've lived a very diverse life. Like, I mean, we can get into my childhood later, but I didn't go on a public plane until I was like 14. I flew private my whole entire life.
Crazy. I didn't know
And
that.
then we lost it all. And so like I've lived kind of this like double, like
Right.
rich and famous, like living in, the Cayman Islands for months at a time and anyway, so now I've lived the other side, the normal life. So I've lived a very diverse life. So when I see an Instagram model post like her, Bermuda pictures. It doesn't like tingle me in the slightest because I know exactly what's going on. But to someone who's never experienced that, like those things seem so unattainable, and it's so easy to create an illusion for these people that can live that life.
Totally.
And so what happened was Instagram went on to be this place of making an illusion, and like you really attach yourself to like it's called fantasy bond. You literally bond to like fantasy and potential, and instead of bonding to reality. And that's where I get the most depressed, is like when maybe a big project's coming along, so I attach myself to like the potential of this project, and then it falls through. That's when you really feel really feel the slump. So to me, and so I'm trying to figure out, how do I create like a positive illusion? Cause like lately, I think the last, and this is just so crazy, like something that I wanted so badly was to have millions of followers. And in October, I left my job. And I've never been depressed in my life since the last 6 months.
Wow.
Really?
I've never had depression, never had anxiety. And in the last 6 months, it's been so hard. And
Because you already is it because you hit your goal and now like.
I'm kind of in the middle of it. So I'll come back in a year.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Just kidding. No, that's a good question. I've thought about that. It's like you want the red Corvette so bad your whole life, and then you drive it a few times and you're like,
This is cool. It's a car.
I feel like the most, like the thing that I feel that the most is when I get a new phone. It's like,
that's true.
You want a new phone so bad, and you see all these features, and Apple creates this illusion for you.
Yeah.
And then you get it, and you're like,
It's the same.
oh, yeah, literally my experience is exactly the same. Or a new
Right.
car I bought a car off the lot, exact same thing. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
I just spent 4 times the amount of money, and I'm feeling exactly the same. And yeah, dude.
Right. You attach to illusion.
Totally.
Right.
So with you attach to this illusion of having millions of followers and what
Yeah.
that would look like.
Yeah.
Did you pick a number? Because like I'm thinking I want to lose 10 pounds. Why 10? Like, why do you
Yeah.
want to get to that number on the scale?
Yeah.
You just made that number up. Like,
Well,
you can monetize it in this scenario.
Yeah. I mean, picking a number is just good because it's detailed.
But, right. Measurable.
But yeah, 2020, I wanted 100,000 followers. I wrote that on my mirror.
You got it, dude.
In 30 days. Yeah, I got it. I'm
Congrats.
done. I freaking 30x that or whatever. But yeah, it's been kind of weird. It's been very weird because my whole job right now is to create an illusion. And sometimes the illusion that, is that I'm okay. And I'm not saying I'm like, I don't have like severe depression or severe
Yeah. Do we
anxiety.
need
I've
like
never-
to have a?
intervention.
Yeah.
Side jobs. No, like I'm good. I'm just saying for the first time in my life,
Right.
I've experienced like a little bit of sadness. And
Totally.
I'm just so curious what, like maybe even your guys' thoughts are too on this illusion. It's like us as humans, we attach ourselves to like goals and things we want, whether it's material or in a relationship or at work. And it's like, once we attain that, what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do after? And it's so different when you actually get there. It's so different. Like I thought having 3 million followers, no matter the platform, that you just have a constant stream of cash. Constant. That's literally what I
You can't
thought.
help but have your
You
bank
literally
account
have
grow.
to
Just
turn.
donate it all. At
Yeah,
that point.
you literally have to
Yeah.
start burning it like Pablo Escobar
Yeah.
to stay warm.
Yeah.
That was literally like the illusion that I think social media stars have created.
Totally.
And now that I'm there, I see others with 3 million followers, and I'm like, I know exactly how much you make.
Right.
I know exactly what you are experiencing. I'm there. I mean, obviously it's going to vary depending
Totally.
on your niche and who you are online and what types of brands you're working with, but it's all bullshit.
Right.
It's literally all bullshit. And like, I want you guys to know this, that like, and we're talking about TikTok specifically. Instagram's a different story. I think those guys really like the million, they're crushing it.
Yeah.
But TikTok is really new. When you see somebody with 3 million followers, they're not all that in a bag of chips.
Hey,
And
we think you are.
I mean, as a person, they are.
Yeah,
I'm
Right.
saying like
money,
Right.
monetarily.
money wise, it's hard.
Monetarily. dude.
Monetarily.
Right.
Momentarily. So yeah, I think my message that I want to give to kids is like, just remember that there is an illusion, and it's okay. I think it's okay to bond to an illusion because that's what got me to where I wanted. But I think you need to remember that it is a movie, that you are watching something that's not reality. You know what I mean? And when we watch James Bond murder people, we don't go, oh, that's how it's supposed to
Right.
be at the cocktail bar. You pull out your gun and you shoot somebody.
Right.
We never think like that. But when we see an Instagrammer who's in Bermuda, we literally have a hard time saying, why am I not there?
Right.
Totally.
Why is this beautiful couple traveling for their job? And I'm at a call center
Right.
haggling people over the phone.
Totally.
But it's the same thing. The things you see on Instagram are literally James Bond shooting people.
Yeah.
But you don't attach yourself to that. So I want people to just start to realize, and I think that's why Instagram's dying, is I think people are fed up with how curated it is,
Right.
just how fake it is, and that's where TikTok slid under, right? Because TikTok's like your grandma literally grabs her phone and does
Right.
it, and it's so good.
It's
and,
more realistic. I mean, there's still some illusions on TikTok.
Right.
But like, yeah, Instagram, I see so many beautiful houses. Or St. Patrick's Day yesterday, all these influencers did so many things for their kids. And I'm like,
Right.
I don't have kids yet, but I don't have time to make green footprints to the toilet and
Well,
like all
and
this stuff.
I had a friend, like one of my really good friends, she posted and she was like, hey, sorry I'm not like the best mom, but I did make green waffles. And I was
Yeah.
like, you're like the sickest mom
Yeah.
ever. But like,
Yeah.
it's an illusion, you know? It's like
It is.
all these other moms felt they had to do it because all the other moms were doing it. And if they didn't, even if you made your kids a green
Yeah.
waffle,
Yeah.
like you're
Right.
still a bad mom. It's like, no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, those
what?
influencer moms
Incredible.
like set this random bar and they already
Yeah.
started with so much money and they're like, oh, we'll swipe up for this. I'm
Yeah.
like,
or
I
they
know.
didn't.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want
That's
to talk about.
true.
Or they didn't. They just know how to create the
or
illusion.
they
Totally.
take the clothes. This is true. Influencers will go to Nordstrom, buy an outfit, take pictures in it, take it back. It's
Totally.
like,
yeah.
but they tell their followers, I love this outfit. It's so cute.
Wear it all the
Swipe
time.
up, and then they take it back. And it's
Totally.
like, wait, but I just bought this shirt. You took
They-
yours
they-
back? I thought we were homies. Like, I was going to match you.
They're smart.
But yeah, you're right.
They're
They might
smart.
not even have that money, but they create that illusion. for
Yeah,
us.
and it goes back to like my car was like another goal. I really wanted a Tesla, and I bought the Tesla, but I bought the Tesla saying I'm going to make content so that
Right.
the Tesla pays for the Tesla. I was like, Tesla, you can't live at my house unless you're paying rent. Is like
Totally.
how I wanted to do it.
Totally.
And just the mere fact of having a Tesla created an illusion. What is
Yeah.
London doing?
Totally.
Why? Why does he have a Tesla? You know, and I'm just glad that I flex it in a comedic way because I
Right.
do see people flex like their material things, and that can also be harmful. And I mean, maybe my comedy is harming millions. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I just want people to realize that it is an illusion and that we are all constantly making illusions. You know, even at a small scale,
Totally.
like just start realizing like where you're creating, you know, where you're trying to alter someone's perspective.
For sure.
Totally.
And why I'm not an influencer, but why am I posting that picture when I go on that trip? Is it
Yeah.
really just because I want to share? Like, you know, we
Yeah.
all do things where we're like, this is rad. I need to share it with the world. It's like, is it really that cool? Like,
Yeah.
I'm no London, but,
No.
you know.
All right, friends, quick break for an ad. The ad is not for some other company. The ad is for us. We actually built out this course on how to launch Kickstarter projects, how we raise millions of dollars on Kickstarter, and also on how to build products and develop products. We obviously have been doing that for 10 plus years. We've raised millions of dollars on Kickstarter. If you guys are interested in that, check out the link in the bio. It's makersacademy.co. And anyway, back to the programming. I wanted to chat more about, we've talked about the past, present, and now I want to hit the future
Yeah.
for the end of this. What is the future of TikTok? Is like Clubhouse, like these other apps that are coming up, is Instagram dead forever? Like what are your viewpoints on the future of social media?
Yeah. So TikTok is very much, I think at HQ, I think most of the conversations that those guys are having, like the future of their app, is how do we make it more educational? All the TikTok branded things I see, all their lives, all of their ads, is like hashtag learn on TikTok.
Right.
And I think they're trying to steal a little bit of the market space from YouTube because YouTube is college now.
Right.
Totally.
Don't go to college. Literally, don't go to college. go to YouTube. YTU, YouTube University.
I agree. I second
Yeah.
that. Amen.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, Elon Musk says everything you want to learn is readily available online for free.
Yeah.
100%.
And then when you get hyper specific, you buy courses. But anyway, so yeah, TikTok, I think they're moving into more of like a search engine a little bit. I think there's obviously way more money in being a search engine. Their search right now is ass, and they
It's
need to.
so
It's
bad.
so bad. I don't know
So bad.
what you guys are doing, but I think that's where they want to go, is learn on TikTok.
Totally.
I also heard through the grapevine that there will be a third column. So we have the following column or feed, the For You page, and then there will be a learn page.
That's sick.
And it's 3-minute videos. I know they did a beta with some
Interesting.
verified users.
That'll be incredible for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. You can post,
It's hard to do 60 seconds.
especially in the
for this.
educational space,
Yeah.
right?
Totally.
Right.
That was the
So
biggest
I
learning
think
curve.
they're going to move into that. And the cool thing about education is that it's way more fulfilling. I think that's one reason why Instagram is dying, is there's no education on there.
Totally.
Yeah. The
Even though
Explore page is just girls and
Yeah.
cars
Yeah.
traveling, which
It's
is
bad.
cool. And if you're into that, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're definitely right.
No, there's
There's
no
not a lot of
education. There's no
fulfillment.
education on Instagram, or it's hard to find unless you're searching for it. But TikTok is so mindless. Like, you can scroll for hours and not even know. But even when you do that, I feel like I learn a thing or two.
Totally.
And
even if it's a life hack.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like picking up an egg yolk with an empty plastic bottle.
I saw
I'm like,
that. I
that's
saw that.
amazing. But life hacks, yeah, you
Yeah.
learn a little bit
You
in
learn a
those
little bit.
hours of scrolling.
I honestly almost always end up on Hank Green's page at some point.
That's funny.
Like, whenever I get on TikTok, at some point, I'm like, let me see what Hank has to
Yeah,
post.
yeah.
I want to feel,
Let me fuel my brain a little
Yeah, I want to
bit.
get a little knowledge right now.
Exactly. So I think they're just going to move more educational and more.
Totally.
Cool. That's rad.
I think TikTok's really trying to fulfill this illusion gape, this gaping hole that
Totally.
that Instagram created, and people love it. People love the authenticity. They love that there are the weirdest people that are famous now, like
Totally.
Pudgy the dog. Do you guys know Pudgy?
Yes.
Awa Awa.
Yeah.
Like that kid. He
Yeah.
had no chance on Instagram.
Yeah.
Not a chance. And so I think people really, really can attach themselves to that, because it's like, these people don't have to be celebrities to have a
Totally.
voice.
Totally.
Clubhouse is great for a lot of reasons, and I think for educational purposes it is, but it is the most authentic place you can find yourself. It's
it's vulnerable.
it's vulnerable. It's like, I actually got in a Clubhouse. Jake Paul was on Clubhouse, and when you see Jake Paul on Instagram, like, his illusion is bad boy, boxer,
Yeah.
rich, girls, money,
Yeah.
power. The way I heard him talk on Clubhouse was like a little bit shocking.
right.
Totally.
He was so down to earth.
Someone just told me this about him. I've changed my mind on Jake Paul.
No.
And someone that knows
She
him,
was literally a couple days ago, she was like, oh.
Yeah.
he sent me a Logan Paul video. I said, Lance, I trust you, but
Yeah, I watched Logan.
so
Yeah, I
I
like
told
Logan.
this to somebody recently that knows Jake and
Yeah.
said, Brooke, if he was sitting here, he'd be more interested in what you're doing than I am.
Yeah.
I'm your friend. And I was
Huh.
like, whoa. What?
Yeah, it's just this illusion that he's created. Honestly,
he's a great
Jake Paul is a
dude.
character that he
He
plays.
is.
Jake Paul is a character that
But
he
you
plays.
nailed
Menace.
it. That Clubhouse,
Yeah.
seeing that side of him,
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
that from someone I know has said that's what he's like. So that
Yeah.
vulnerability from influencers or even celebrities to CEOs are on Clubhouse,
Yep.
and it's not so curated. So it's even less curated than TikTok, where
Yeah, it's just voice.
it's his voice. And so my favorite creator is Cody Ko. And
I love Cody Ko.
Love
Yeah,
he's
Cody.
freaking sick.
And
Love Cody.
he did a Clubhouse, and the whole time it was about mental health.
yeah.
But he was just like, I hate going on stage. I get so sweaty. And there were like 300 people in the Clubhouse room.
Yeah.
And he said, there are 300 of you, and I'm still sweaty.
Yeah.
And there are 2 people talking to me. But just hearing him in that sense, he seems so confident. I'm sure he still is. But I was just like, this is cool. I feel like I'm talking to him. I'm not. I wasn't on
Yeah.
stage. But totally, the Jake
Yeah,
Paul
it's crazy.
thing, it's amazing. Clubhouse is really weird.
I think Clubhouse
But
is going to
cool.
out a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think it's going to out them in good light and bad light.
Right.
Totally.
Like,
Right.
you know, imagine if, I don't know, someone who is beloved in the limelight gets on there and they're like, this guy's an ass.
Yeah,
But in his
for sure.
on his CNN interviews, he's amazing. I
Totally.
think it'll do that too.
Right.
And so I think Clubhouse is going to be the first place where you can't hide.
Yeah.
Totally.
You can't hide. There's
It's
no
candid,
editing.
period.
There's no editing.
Yeah.
Anybody could get on there and be like, I heard about you getting accused. What's that like? And then what? You just leave the Clubhouse?
Totally.
Right.
Like,
You're
and
gonna
then that
look
makes you
bad.
look totally.
Yeah,
It
it's gonna-
happened
Totally.
the other way too. A Twitter reporter said that she heard someone say something and 300 people were like, I was there. That didn't happen. You just tried
Yeah.
to out this person for something they didn't say. So in another sense,
Yeah.
it's scary in that way because no one's recording it unless you are. I guess you might be able to screen capture it, but yeah, both ways.
It's just eavesdropping, right?
Yeah.
Eavesdropping?
Eavesdropping.
I like all those words.
I like all of them. And have you ever, and maybe this has happened like with a coworker or a family member, like have you ever been eavesdropping on a conversation? Maybe it's something you experience and the way the person is saying it is slightly altered.
Right.
Not saying they're lying, but they have a different
Context.
context and perspective. And it's like for the first time you can, I think you have to be honest on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
You can't get away with anything. You literally
Totally.
can't get away with anything
And
on
it
there.
shows who's
interesting.
in the room. Like they don't have a private
Right.
feature, which is huge because
Yeah.
you have to drop in, and Brooke is in this room.
And then
she's listening.
she's gone.
Yeah. Oh, so Brooke, what do you think about this? Just leaves. Like you can't just do that.
I'm
no
gonna start
comment.
doing that. Just come in and when I'm not gonna say a
Raise your
single thing
hand.
ever on Clubhouse. Like I'm out.
Peace.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really excited about Clubhouse for that. I don't know
That's
if
a
it's
great perspective.
I don't know if it's the best. I don't think it shouldn't even be
I don't think it's a
social
competitor.
media. Yeah, it's not a
It's
competitor.
not a competitor. It's a new space.
It's a new
brand
space.
new.
Yeah.
It's because everyone's like, what is it? It's like a podcast, but you can ask questions. It's an interactive podcast.
It's a live podcast
Yeah.
platform. Yeah.
Which is rad.
It's dope.
And I'm very glad you brought up Jake Paul because that's really
Yeah, it was
interesting.
really cool. Like the chief of marketing or whatever from Nike was asking him questions, and you could just tell her poor sweet woman was so nervous to talk to him. And he's like,
Well, because
"Thank you so much for asking those. Those are great questions." You know, he wasn't like,
that's so sick.
What's up, you guys?
Yeah.
It's Jake
What's
Paul.
up, you guys? It's Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Great question, Nike.
Yeah, that's
Nah,
really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. So if you guys ever see on his story or what, he just said swipe up. I'm on Clubhouse, and so I
Right.
got in for like I was literally in for like 30 minutes. Didn't even realize because I was like, man, Jake would probably be really cool to just hang out with.
He is. I've heard.
You know, but I know,
don't
and then
him.
I know he knows also. I think he's a genius marketer. And
He knows what he's
when
doing.
to turn up. Like
Yeah.
Totally.
that Conor McGregor video, I was like, I
Yeah,
don't know if
dude.
you guys saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
sweating.
It was-
I was like,
watching it.
I just know exactly what he's doing, but I don't think the majority of people do.
No.
Totally. I
They're like-
think that's him.
We're all in the
That's it,
marketing
yeah,
space, so
exactly,
we're
so
kind
we
of
know.
like the back behind the stage. But all of his fans are like, dude,
This is
Conor McGregor, he
yeah.
just challenged Tommy Fury.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Well, and Logan
Yeah.
said the same thing on his podcast. He said they were kind of doing an overview where he went on a talk show, or not a talk show, it was like a news show, right? And so they were asking him questions, and he was just being kind of ridiculous and weird back. And just like not really answering the questions, kind
Yeah.
of just doing whatever and
Like
just
playing
goofing
his
off
character.
kinda. And this was Logan too, not Jake.
Yeah.
But he was like, I'm doing it, or he's like, if I would have just gone on and answered those questions just like they thought, nobody would have ever
Nobody
talked
watched.
about that,
Yeah.
and it would have been worthless for me to go on.
Yeah.
What I
So-
need to do is I need to
marketing.
create news. I need to create this illusion,
Disillusion.
of like,
that I'm funny, that I'm crazy.
Right.
yeah,
that
that
I'll-
like
yeah.
something weird happens, that like he's on drugs or whatever.
what's Jake gonna do next?
Yeah.
What's Logan gonna do? Got to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, and so all of a
That's when
sudden
you follow
they just
people.
understand, and the Kardashians do the same thing. Like
Same thing.
all the main people that we see, they understand how to manipulate the media,
Yep.
and
They're the best at
And
creating
all of
illusions.
us.
totally, and they're creating those. Dude, I
Yeah.
like that theme. I almost
Yeah.
want to change the title of this video to "Creating
Don't
Illusions."
change it.
Instagram is dead will hit a lot
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. It's an illusion.
It's an
But
illusion.
that's true, and it's good to realize because even with our own friends, like you said, no matter how small or big, it's like, why are they doing that without me?
Totally.
Or something.
Yeah.
This mental health thing, it's huge. It's all an illusion. They're just as sad as we are,
Totally.
but in Cabo.
All right.
Well, I'll
last
trade
thought
that.
about Instagram. Future of Instagram.
yes.
I'll put money on this.
Oh, okay.
I'll put money on this. Facebook will be no more. The app, the Facebook app, it is all going to go onto Instagram. I think Instagram is literally, I think Mark Zuckerberg thinks that Facebook is God's gift to the world, that
Right.
he just can't let go of Facebook. I'm talking about Facebook, not Instagram.
His baby. is
So
Facebook.
how is he going to transfer the death of Facebook? Because like, what is Facebook anymore? How is he going to keep it alive? I think it'll just go to Instagram. So they just made their first move. Messenger is now DMs. You guys notice that?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
They
So it's-
started connecting everything slowly.
everything is slowly integrating
Yeah.
into Instagram. Like, so when you swipe over on your DMs, it should be the little, if you haven't updated it,
Yeah.
it'll be the messenger icon.
Yep.
Interesting.
Right. So here's what I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess that maybe in the next 3 years that they're going to be like, hey, we've made one app and it's called Instagram.
This brand new app.
This brand new app.
it
No,
gonna
but and
call
then they'll
Finstagram?
take. I think what's going to happen is
Finstagram?
they're going to take the best things that
Right.
or the most used parts of Facebook and just make an integration to Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be a Facebook app for much longer.
Crazy.
Yeah, because you use it to talk to your aunts and uncles, your grandma.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Facebook groups kind of, but not as much.
But now they just made, just made
Yeah.
like the group thing where
they're
you can
trying to make Clubhouse on Instagram.
trying to make
and
Clubhouse
TikTok
and
on
TikTok.
Instagram.
Yeah, it's just so bad. I think they're
Yeah.
all over the place. But with that said, while Instagram is dead for a lot of us, it is alive and well for most of us. It is the most open app of all time, statistically speaking.
right.
Like, I mean, I open up my phone and that's the first thing I click still, and I'm a TikToker first.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that they did right is just like they're really good at human connection. For example, when I have a really good piece of content or one that I think is really good, I get more excited about posting that to Instagram than I do to TikTok. Even though TikTok has the viral potential, Instagram, I get the DMs from people that I actually care about.
Totally.
Like, hey,
Right.
dude, this video made me laugh. Hey, this was funny. Good work. Keep it up. I don't get that on TikTok.
Totally.
I mean-
TikTok is for people you don't know.
Yeah, TikTok's
Totally.
just reach, right?
Yeah.
It's just about your reach. But Instagram still has that like human connection aspect, which I think is what obviously Facebook started.
Right.
For the first time, you could talk to your aunt whenever you wanted, or your sister,
Yeah.
or the girl you liked at high school, right?
Totally.
So yeah, I think Instagram, I think Facebook and Instagram will just completely merge. Be cool if they just called it something different. Instabook.
Instaface.
I know. I connected it earlier and I was like, that wasn't a funny joke. So I was going to hit it again, but I was like, it didn't hit the first time. People watching this are like, Lance is not that
That's
funny.
just
Lance
Lance could
funny.
never. This is why he didn't start a comedy TikTok, dude.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
and I
Yeah,
tell
that's fun,
I
dude.
tell everybody this: just give TikTok 12 more months. I think.
Totally.
I think it completely takes over
Yeah.
the space. I mean, they're already at 90 million registered in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's like
Totally.
Instagram's at 300 million, so they're a third in 2 years now. It's
Totally.
like,
You know how I know it's like too late though? My mom just got a TikTok.
oh
and she,
no.
She is.
She's rad though.
She's
Yeah.
tech savvy. but
She's got
she-
millions of views on YouTube.
So
She's
my
got it. She's
quick
on
story.
So she knows.
She posted a video of my extended family singing to my uncle, "Happy Birthday, Scott" is what it's called. It has like 3 million views.
it. She's
with
Cheryl
three-
slays.
with
She's
3
freaking rad.
cakes. Singing "Happy Birthday, Scott" with 3 cakes.
3 cakes.
It has like 3 million views, and she's just a
Yeah.
suburban mom. But
killing
she
it.
is tech savvy. But she's on TikTok, and when I saw big brands try to make content for TikTok, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
Totally.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was just my sense.
Apple
Right.
Apple just did their
Yes.
first influencer campaign.
Yeah,
It was jump rope.
I saw that.
Jump rope with your AirPods.
yeah.
That Apple has never what's his name? Marquise Brownlee, big
Yeah.
tech
Yeah.
YouTuber.
MKBHD.
Yeah.
He's talked about Apple, and he said those guys are impossible
Yeah,
to
they
get
don't work
anything
with
other than like
influencers.
product reviews out.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And he is the cream of
Top.
the crop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the fact that they're reaching out to some TikTok dancers,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
That tells
it's
you what
game
you need
over.
to know.
Yeah,
It's
that
game
must be a
over.
word.
So I just hope Tesla starts like doing influencer stuff because they never have either.
Tesla.
Well, actually, the funny thing is, I told like my family, I was like, the only reason I'm starting a Tesla is to get a free Cybertruck. So I don't know if that'll happen, but we'll see.
I think that TikTok is going to be the Instagram 2 years from now, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, these big campaigns that are all pushed, right now it's mostly pushed on YouTube and Instagram.
Right.
I sincerely think that TikTok is going to be part of those powerful three.
Yep.
And there's going to be more growing. There's going to be more opportunities. There's going to be a lot. But you kind of have to grow and get in right now with TikTok.
Yeah.
Because I still, even though obviously it's slowing down, like for me, it's slowed down a lot in the last couple months, like this year. But it's still growing. Like I'm still growing way faster than I would on Instagram. It's just not as
Imagine
fast
getting
as I
that many
was.
followers on Insta. It's just not possible.
Totally.
Even if you're posting 3 days. Well, no one does that on Instagram, but getting followers on Instagram, TikTok
I mean,
is-
I have 3 mil on TikTok and 50K on Instagram. It's
That's
like
crazy.
it's impossible to convert.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's impossible.
Well, I think it will. I think
Yeah.
the audience is slowly moving over.
Yep.
We saw it with Facebook, right? The young audience got on Facebook,
Yep.
and then once the
them
old
to
people started
Instagram.
coming in, they moved to Instagram, and then the old people came in. Now they're moving to TikTok. And I won't say the old people are coming in because Cheryl's great. She's not old.
Cheryl's
but
great.
She's young at heart.
Cheryl's great.
the next round is starting to come over,
Yeah.
and that's where the money is, and thus that's where the brands come, right?
Yeah, people with credit cards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And so
That's the demo you want.
TikTok is going to slowly change, and I think there's still another maybe 12 months or so before it really starts changing a lot. And so I don't know. I think you obviously got in a really great time. I got in a medium time. It's still a medium time.
I think it's still
and
medium.
we still have a couple more years before it's like, or a year or two
Before
before
it's
it's
closed.
like,
Till the
yeah,
next
before it's
thing.
like becomes
Yeah.
what Instagram is now, which is dead.
Yeah,
So-
and I guess my final thought too is it is never too late. It doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want to be a YouTuber, it's never too late. It's just harder.
Totally. 100%.
It's just harder.
That's great.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, but when I say hard, like I know it'd be hard for me because my passion is very generic, but it's like, what about the guy who makes laying tile really funny? You could be a
right.
giant YouTuber tomorrow. You know what
Totally.
I mean? The more niche you can get it.
Totally.
But yeah, it's never too late. It just gets harder and harder.
So rad. Well, thanks so much, dude.
Thank you.
Honestly,
pumped.
Yeah.
such a rad dude. If obviously you don't follow him, you can join the millions of others that do.
Don't
London
do it.
Laz on TikTok.
Do
Please
it.
don't.
Actually, don't follow his TikTok. Follow his Instagram.
Don't do it.
Or both. I mean, he's great.
Don't do
Anyway, thanks so much for joining. We're here every week, and we're gonna keep covering like really great content. So our whole purpose is the business call. I guess this podcast is called Business in Real Life, Business IRL, and the whole purpose is we're not the Ty Lopez.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
We're not creating this illusion.
Buy a book,
We're-
get rich.
We're literally trying to like show you, okay, this is like how we actually run a business. This is how you can actually start, and just bringing it down to real life. So I think you were our first guest on this, and I think you were perfect.
Slayed it.
Cheers.
So pumped. Thanks, friends. We'll see you next week.
See ya. Hello,
Real
audience.
close. Like how close? Like this?
Yeah, like this close.
Here, let's
like
take
right
a-
into it.
Are you doing ASMR?
We can if you want.
Hi.
What's up, friends?
This
Hello.
close.
New.
Spilled like all over my